If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. If you would like to see the unedited clip, you can go directly to the IG channel, which is going to be posted in the comment section below. Now, before we head directly into the clip, I'm going to say this. At no point in time do I condone parents directly cussing at children or calling them out of their name or what have you. What happens, what kids deal with when they're fighting each other is whatever that is. The main thing that a parent is supposed to do at a given point in time is, of course, yes, you're supposed to speak directly, sternly to the child, and in some instances, scare them. And I'm not talking about going up there trying to physically project yourself there. I'm talking about just the show of you there, letting them know, like, yo, there's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue if you decide that you want to roll up and you want to keep bullying my child, your parents and everybody going to have to come see me, right? And a variety of parents have done this exact same thing because, as I have covered, and as we have seen, and as we know, the school system tends not to do anything about bullying up until it's at the most extreme of extreme points when pretty much, somebody's life is extinguished. That's the time that schools tend to act. And that's also the time that the bully's parents want to decide that, hey, what my, child did was wrong. We didn't raise them that way, all this other type of stuff. Main thing is a lot of these parents out here who are raising these kids, they know that their kids are bullies, but they're not going to want to do anything about it because they don't even want to deal with that child themselves. But anyways, let's get into the clip and then finish up after.
Again, you gonna have to get your mama, your daddy.
The mother of the little girl who faced those direct threats seen in that video.
Friends and family showing and texting and coming by. I lost my mind. This is my baby. This is my baby. I never would have expected nothing like this to happen. She's crying, screaming. She ran to me. I'm holding her, hugging her.
The man heard in the video, Delvante King, a parent himself of a JCPS student.
What would he have done to my baby? Because you was trying pretty hard to get at her. If Mr. Tim didn't hold you and this baby back, what harm was your intentions to do? She's worried that this man can come and jump on this bus again.
Bruce Sweeney said his 5-year-old is traumatized and now frightened to even take the school bus.
And as soon as we finally get to loving school buses, that was taken from her. Right now, you just made yourself look like a monster in front of all these kids.
So, as we were clearly able to see, you had a father and his young son, and then you had a mother. The mother specifically was crying as she was stating, if the bus driver didn't hold him back, what were your intentions? What were you going to do to my daughter? Realistically, I've seen this happen before, even in life. The parents are usually just there as a show of force and to scare that child, just by that show of force and, the presence and maybe some words. Realistically, that man having a daughter, he was not going to put hands on somebody else's daughter. Like I said, he was just there to show his presence, to just show that thing there, like, hey, she has a parent that cares. Hey, she got somebody that's out here to protect for her. Your parents are going to be the ones that's going to have to see me. So the exaggeration of the mother, that was not even needed. And her trying to invoke the whole thing of seeing him as a threat, seeing him as this, seeing him as that, as if he was going to potentially really cause some type of harm, yet again feeds into the false narrative of black men being these violent types of individuals. To be honest, the person that should have been talking other than that mother was the man that was right there next to it. There was a black man during that whole interview that was, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, go back and look. There was another individual that was sitting right there. And to my assumption, to my view, that looks like a black man that was sitting there. And if it was, he should have been the one speaking and directing whatever message that the mother had. He should have been the one invoking and directing that message directly to that man. The men should be the ones speaking. The mother should not be speaking to the father. Like I said, I don't care how that sounds. I don't care how people may take that. It is what it is at the end of the day. This also goes into the other aspect of why it is that parents should always speak to their kids about why bullying is wrong, why harassing someone is wrong, because you don't specifically know the types of families or the types of individuals that are in one's family. You don't know the potential dangers that might be, potentially there. Like I said, the father made his presence be known, but obviously the father is not crazy because he wasn't directly trying to go after, the black male bus driver and stop him and all this other type of stuff. That wasn't what it was. He wanted to just let it be known that, yo, she has a father. I'm here. I love my daughter. Y'all about to stop messing with my daughter. If not, I'm going to have to sit up there and speak to your family.
King tells WHAS 11 News he is sorry for his actions, adding he got on the bus that morning to defend his daughter.
Delvante King admits boarding the school bus and losing his temper, but says the video doesn't tell the whole story. His daughter is in the 4th grade at Carter Elementary School and has been getting bullied since last year. And on Friday, things got physical.
The reason I honestly got on the bus to get my daughter off the bus from the reason why I got so frustrated like that is because I know for a fact my child is being picked on.
King said,
I wanted to physically see if my daughter had a knot on her head.
and she did?
Yes.
How did she get the knot?
She said some kids jumped on her, the same kids that's been picking with her.
On Tuesday, we talked to the parent of the child King's anger is directed at.
You could have came and talked to me as an adult. Knock on our door. Go to the school.
My child's mother, she done reached out to her plenty of times. Reached out to the school plenty of times. I've talked to the child's mother.
Meanwhile, despite his anger, King regrets his actions and has a message for the children on the bus and their families.
I honestly do. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I do. I apologize. I'm sorry about the way that I acted. I talked to the child's mother and uncle. I don't want this to go no farther than words than, if anything, I want to turn this negative situation into a positive situation.
Against federal or state law to illegally or forcefully board a school bus. They responded, quote, an event like this most likely would fall under KRS 508078. The school bus is considered school property and an extension of the classroom, so the same rules apply to the buses as they do the school buildings. That aforementioned law, terroristic threatening in the 2nd degree, defines a person as guilty if they threaten to commit an act likely to result in someone's death or serious physical injury, while in certain public settings, including school functions.
Now, let me say this. Now, I may disagree with the wording that he used when it came to the whole situation, but that is the love, that is the passion of a father, right? That lets you know that he is there for his kids, wrong or right, no matter what's going on. It's like, yo, I got you. Let me roll up here. Let me pull up here. Let me make my presence known. And the great mark of a father, of a great man, is when you can assess the situation and look back and state that, you know what, maybe I was wrong. Let me step back. Let me look at everything that I did. Maybe I could have went about this a different way. Maybe the effect that I initially wanted to have had a negative effect that was unforeseen. Maybe I calculated a little bit wrong, right? Because his main thing was, let me take action now instead of waiting to take action later. And I love and support the brother for how it is that he went in initially and how it is that he came back and assessed the situation, and then on the fact of how he stated that, I want to turn a negative situation into a positive situation. That is the great mark of a father and a man. And it's amazing seeing people online trying to condemn this father when a lot of the people who are trying to condemn him don't even know who their father actually is. They don't even actually have a father present, or if at any moment and point in their life, they never had a father at all. So to try to come against someone who was actually there makes zero sense. If anything, some critiques can be made, but to try to condemn him and say that, oh, he needs to be put in jail, He needs to be put in prison. He needs to be charged. So what you're saying is you don't like the fact that a father took initiative to rise to an occasion, which is to protect his black daughter. And because he did that, he needs to be penalized and he needs to be taken directly out of that black daughter's life, therefore having a negative effect on her later on in life. That makes literally no sense.
Here comes a new challenger!
Oh my goodness, now they're on the bus smoking blacks and threatening little girls. I mean, the lack of dignity in some of these black men. How low does it go? I really want to know, what is the depth?
I don't understand why you even did this to yourself. This made you look so stupid.
I'm not even sure what to even say here. When you have a black woman that decides that she wants to directly make a comment, and a negative one at that, not just on the black father, but on black men in general. And this further delves into the fact that you have a lot of black women that hold some type of resentment, jadedness, or whatnot, or hurt from the black men that they specifically knew and interacted with in their lives, and they want to further try to cast that reflection of those black men on every other black man out here. Like I said before, some things don't directly need to be said. If you have an opinion, sometimes you just need to keep it directly to yourself, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at this as a father that decided to act on a situation in order to protect his daughter, in order to be there for his daughter, which last time I checked, that's what, not only what the black community wants from black men, but that's also what black women have been saying for the whole time, what they want from black men. If you are a father, if you have children, be there for your kids, be in their lives, protect those kids. This is a black man who is a father protecting his little girl, who is soon enough going to become a young woman into a full-fledged woman, and he is there in her life. There's no reason, like I said before, to speak or to even talk in this type of way if you know that you selectively have negative interactions with black men, and you want to try to hold every single black man out here accountable for those negative interactions that you specifically had. Don't do that.